In 1925, a famous cave explorer, Floyd Collins, became trapped in Sand Cave, Kentucky. Despite rescue efforts, he died after 14 days, and his body couldn't be retrieved immediately due to the cave's instability, sparking rumors of mysterious forces. The Mossdale Cavern disaster is another incident where 6 people were dead under mysterious circumstances. One of the best-known cave disaster stories in English history is the Mossdale Cavern disaster of 1967. Hi everyone, welcome back to your favorite travel channel, Infinite Horizons. Today, we're going to explore deep into the earth to uncover the stories behind some of the most mysterious and dangerous caves on the planet. These aren't just holes in the ground, you know. These caves, they hold secrets. They've seen things, and they've claimed lives. Keep watching the video till the end, as we will be going to explore the kind of places that both fascinate and terrify explorers. The kind of places that make you wonder, what's down there in the dark? Our first stop takes us to Mexico, to a place called the Cave of Swallows. Imagine this, a hole in the earth so deep, so vast, that it could swallow the whole of Empire State Building. That's the Cave of Swallows. To explore this place, you don't just climb down, you rappel, hundreds and hundreds of feet, straight down, the rock face rushing past you. It's a vertical freefall that takes your breath away, and that's if everything goes right. There have been accidents here, people misjudging the descent, equipment failures. The cave, it demands respect. But for those who dare, the reward is breathtaking. At the bottom, it opens up into this massive cathedral-like chamber, home to thousands of birds that swirl around you like something out of a dream. It's beautiful, awe-inspiring, and not to mention a little bit terrifying all at once. From Mexico, we travel to the country of Georgia, to a place that truly embodies the unknown, Krubera Cave. This, my friends, is the deepest cave in the world, a gaping maw that plunges more than 7,200 feet into the earth. To put that in perspective, that's like stacking 2 Empire State Buildings on top of each other and then dropping a pebble from the top. Exploring Krubera is not for the faint of heart. It's a journey into the abyss, through narrow passages, treacherous drops, and underwater tunnels. It's physically and mentally demanding, the kind of place where every step could be your last. But for those who crave the ultimate adventure, who want to push the limits of human exploration, Krubera beckons. It's a place of extremes, of darkness and silence, where the air is thick with the weight of the earth above you. It's a place that reminds us just how small we are in the grand scheme of things. Our next stop takes us to the heart of Texas, to a place with a name that sends shivers down your spine, Devil's Sinkhole. This isn't a typical cave, but a vertical cavern, a gaping abyss that plunges hundreds of feet straight down. And if the sheer drop doesn't get you, the residents will. Millions of bats call this place home, and at sunset they erupt from the sinkhole in a swirling vortex of wings and high-pitched screeches. It's a sight to behold, both mesmerizing and a little bit terrifying. But the bats aren't the only thing that make Devil's Sinkhole dangerous. The air inside the cave is thick with a fungus that can cause a respiratory illness known as histoplasmosis. So, while it's a fascinating place to observe from a safe distance, venturing inside is not for the faint of heart. If you are liking the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. We now journey to the south of France, to a cave that has claimed the lives of several explorers, Gouffre Berger. This is a place of haunting beauty, with towering stalagmites, shimmering pools of water, and a network of tunnels that seem to stretch on forever. But beneath the surface lies a dark secret. Gouffre Berger is known for its sudden and violent floods. When it rains on the surface, water cascades down into the cave, transforming the once tranquil streams into raging torrents. Several cavers have been trapped and drowned in these flash floods, their bodies never recovered. In a tragic flood incident in 1967, 7 cavers lost their lives, highlighting the dangers of cave exploration. It's a sobering reminder that even the most experienced explorers are at the mercy of nature's fury. Our next destination takes us back to Mexico, to a place that seems straight out of a science fiction movie, the Cave of the Crystals. Imagine this: a cave filled with giant selenite crystals, some of them over 30 feet long and weighing more than 55 tons. It's a dazzling display of nature's power, but it's also a deadly trap. The air inside the cave is stifling hot and humid, with temperatures reaching up to 136 degrees Fahrenheit and humidity hovering around 90 to 99%. Exploring this cave is like stepping into a sauna from hell. Without proper equipment and precautions, you'll quickly succumb to heat stroke, your body shutting down under the intense conditions. From the depths of the earth, we now plunge into the ocean, to a place that has captivated divers and scientists alike, the Great Blue Hole of Belize. Picture this: a perfectly circular sinkhole in the middle of the turquoise waters of the Caribbean Sea. From above, it looks like a giant pupil staring up at the sky. But beneath the surface lies a different story. The blue hole plunges down over 400 feet, its walls lined with stalactites and overhangs. The deeper you go, the darker it gets, the water pressure increasing, the air thinning. It's a disorienting and dangerous environment, and many divers have lost their lives exploring its depths. Our journey now takes us to the Austrian Alps, to a place of frozen wonder, the Ice Reenvelt Ice Cave. This is the largest ice cave in the world, a labyrinth of tunnels and chambers stretching for over 26 miles. As you venture inside, the air turns icy cold, your breath forming clouds in the dim light. The walls sparkle with frost, and giant ice formations loom overhead, their shapes constantly shifting as the ice melts and refreezes. It's a breathtaking display of nature's artistry, but it's also a treacherous environment. The ice is slippery, the temperature's frigid, and the risk of hypothermia is ever present. From the frozen peaks of Austria, we now travel to the rugged coast of Scotland, to a sea cave that has inspired poets and musicians for centuries, Finlays Cave. This natural wonder is formed entirely of basalt columns, hexagonal pillars that rise up from the sea like the pipes of a giant organ. As the waves crash into the cave, they create eerie, resonant sounds that echo through the chambers, like a symphony played by the sea itself. But the beauty of Finlays Cave is matched by its danger. The rough seas and slippery rocks make it treacherous to access. The only way to access the cave is by boat, and only during calm weather. It's all about beauty and danger. Our next stop takes us to the North Island of New Zealand, to a place where the night sky seems to have descended into the earth, the Waito Caves. These caves are home to thousands of glowworms, tiny creatures that emit a bioluminescent light, creating a surreal and magical spectacle. As you glide through the darkness in a boat, the ceiling above twinkles like a starry night, reflecting off the water below. But the beauty of the Waito Caves is not without its risks. The caves are riddled with underground rivers and streams, and the water is often icy cold and fast-flowing, so be very careful while exploring this cave. Our final destination takes us to the remote jungles of Vietnam, to a place that was only recently discovered, Dung Cave. This is the largest cave in the world, a subterranean realm so vast that it has its own weather system, with clouds forming inside the cave and rain falling from the ceiling. Dung is home to towering stalagmites, underground rivers, and a jungle of vegetation that thrives in the dim light that filters in from the surface. It's a place of breathtaking beauty and unparalleled biodiversity, but it's also incredibly remote and dangerous to explore. The journey to Dung is not for the faint of heart. It requires days of trekking through dense jungle, rappelling down sheer cliffs, and wading through underground rivers. So, until you are an expert cave explorer, you shouldn't try traveling to this dangerous cave. Well, friends, there you have it. 10 of the most mysterious and dangerous caves on Earth. These subterranean worlds, they beckon us with their beauty, their secrets, and their sheer audacity. If you enjoyed this journey into the abyss, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe the channel for more adventures, and let us know in the comments which cave you found most intriguing. Until next time, keep exploring.